All right, it's Independence Day. Ha ha! Welcome, Bourbon Quest, and I'm celebrating America today. That's right. So I'm filming this actually on Sunday night the 3rd, but it'll go up on the 4th. And so, you know, a lot of people have the 4th off. Not Bourbon Steve. I'll be working open to close at the bar tomorrow. So, should be a busy day, but we're going to celebrate America tonight so I can put it up for you guys on the 4th. And hope y'all have a very happy 4th of July, Independence Day. Celebrate America and our freedoms and everything that we have. Things ain't been too good in America lately, but we can still celebrate it. All right, but we can celebrate the whiskey because that's what we're going to do tonight. So, saved this. I picked this up a few days ago. It is your Smoke Wagon straight bourbon whiskey, 92.5 proof. And shout out to Aaron, man, he does a great job with these bottles. I mean, that's why we're doing it. It's the red, white, and blue, America, baby. So we're gonna do a fresh crack on that tonight. I mean, I had the they did a Halloween. I don't know. I didn't get a Saint. I did a Halloween bottle from Smoke Wagon, Christmas. I don't think they did a St. Patrick's Day one. If they did, I missed it. But we did do a 4th of July, red, white, and blue. And then also, we're going to drink a little bit of Eagle Rare, because that's America's bird, the eagle. And this is America's whiskey, bourbon, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, 90 proof. I mean, I can't think of two better bottles to have for the 4th of July than the Smoke Wagon. You know, a fairly new bourbon, but Aaron and Smoke Wagon are doing a great job out there in Nevada, and love what they do with their bottles. With, you know, like I said, I had the Halloween, the Christmas, now this red, white, and blue version, and then of course the Eagle Rare. Ha ha! All right, so let's get into it. Stay hydrated, my friends. And whatever you're doing on this 4th, maybe you're going to a parade, spending time on the lake, mountains, at the pool, or at the bar with Bourbon Steve serving you drinks. That always works, because I'll be working. Alright. So, well, I mentioned this the other day or whatever. I got the new decanter. Wasn't big enough, so I'm still hanging on to the piece of shit globe decanter. So I guess now we're up to 4. Need to have George and some people over to drink out of the decanters, because I don't need to buy anymore. That's way too many. And those are all like 44, 34, 30, I don't know, a lot of ounces. Anyways, that's enough about that. So this is going to be a fresh uncorking on the Smoke Wagon red, white, and blue bottle here. Alright. Oh shoot, I forgot the daggum. Did I put the jigger over here? No. Let me go grab the jigger real quick. My bad. There you are. Alright. So we got a fresh uncorking here on Bourbon Quest with Smoke Wagon straight bourbon whiskey, red, white, and blue. America! Hell yeah! Alright, so we're going to pour that into the glass. And then, as we always do on Bourbon Quest, any fresh cork gets a 2-ounce finity, until now what has become the overflow bottle. Dadgum. Alright, so got all 3 of those filled, so we're still, I guess, using this globe here. We'll get them consolidated soon. Alright, so got the infinity pour out of the way. Alright, now let's go ahead, and then of course we got Eagle Rare. Oh yeah. Perfect 4th of July bottle. Eagle Rare. America's bird. Alright, you know, it was cool, like, I mean, so for the video went up on July the 1st for Canada Day, and now July 4th, America's Day, Independence. Alright, let's start off with the old Smoke Wagon, straight bourbon whiskey. I probably should read anything on this. Let's see. Like I already told you, 92.5 proof. Smoke Wagon straight bourbon whiskey barrels are first hand selected from the top 2 floors of the warehouse to create a bourbon that has flavor which is smooth and rich beyond its years. They are then expertly blended, creating a delicate balance of rye spice, sweet notes of corn with toasted oak and caramel. Hell yeah. Sounds like a winner to me. Alright. Of course, I got the red, white, and blue polo shirt on here. Man, you do. You get that richness of rye and corn, caramel, vanilla, tons of rye spice on that. The nose is very inviting. You definitely get that rye, but then the sweetness of caramel, vanilla, some oak, but definitely rye spice. All right, cheers, Bourbon Quest. Definitely get that rye. It comes off a little bit more rye and minty than I typically like, and then it does mellow into some of that sweetness with that that strong corn, vanilla, caramel. Just a little bit, in my opinion. I've had, like I said, I really like the Halloween and the Christmas one. This one does come off a little bit more rye and mint intense than the last 2 that I had. I mean, it's basically just a label. I'm assuming that the juice should be the same or similar, but I mean, I just bought it for the bottle. Man, I love Smoke Wagon stuff for the most part. Although, let's go in for a second sip. I mean, it's $34. I mean, you definitely get that on the nose too. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah, you get that upfront punch of rye and mint. Not a huge fan of that, as if you watch the channel for any length of time. I mean, if you like rye and you like mint, I think you'll love it. It's just a little bit more overpowering on those notes and flavors than I typically like. Yeah, that's all right. It's still good. I mean, for $34, I'm not disappointed or anything. I mean, I was expecting a little bit more from it based upon my experience with the other ones I've had. So maybe slightly disappointed, but not for the money. I mean, and especially now, if you like rye and you like mint, along with that sweetness that you get on the back end, I'd say go out and buy it. If you're more in tune with my profile and the rye and mint not being your favorite, profile on a whiskey, I'd probably say pass on that, to be honest with you. Let's cleanse the palate and jump into some Eagle Rare. Remember, stay hydrated, my friend, especially on a holiday out there. A lot of you will be consuming alcohol, whether it be whiskey, maybe even beer or whatever else out on the lake. So especially in these hot months, especially if you are drinking alcohol, it's very important to stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water. Specifically, my advice would be hydrate beforehand. If you know you're going out tomorrow, hydrate with some water this evening and in the morning, and then throughout the day that you're spending time on the lake or at the pool, drinking along with whiskey and plenty of water. All right, so the Eagle Rare. I mean, just Super nice on the nose. Get tons of oakiness on that with being 10 year. You definitely get that oak. You get that ethanol, even at 90 proof. And caramel, vanilla, sweetness. A little bit of baking spice in that too. Alright, cheers Bourbon Quest. Oh, yeah. That's America right there. I mean, that's so smooth. I won't say it's complex. I mean, you get vanilla, you get caramel, maybe a touch of cherry, but just smooth, delicious, not overpowering, not complex, but a great sipping bourbon. I would say great for a 4th of July celebration. I would definitely, you know, if I were picking one of these two to celebrate 4th of July with, I would definitely say I would go with the Eagle Rare. It's just, you can't beat it. And I just did a video within the last week on Buffalo Trace Mash Bill #1, where I did all 5 and Eagle Rare 1 out. So I did Benchmark, Buffalo Trace, Colonel Taylor, Stag Jr., and Eagle Rare. And Eagle Rare won. It was Eagle Rare and then Stag Jr. second, which surprised me, and then Colonel Taylor, Buffalo Trace, and then Benchmark. Obviously, go watch the video. It was good. And I mean, I love Eagle Rare, but and I did those blind, which so took out any bias or whatever, which had I been, I would have ranked them prior to doing them blind. Stag Jr. 1, Colonel Taylor 2, Eagle Rare 3rd, Buffalo Trace, and Benchmark. And I thought doing it blind, I still thought it would have been Stag Jr. And then I thought 2nd or 3rd would be a toss-up between Eagle Rare and Colonel Taylor. Traditionally, you know, like Colonel Taylor better than Eagle Rare, but I love them both. Actually, I love them all. Even the Benchmark, I mean, if you go watch the video, you'll see whatever it was, 11, 12 bucks with tax and everything. I walked out the door with it for $13. 80 proof, $13. I mean, it's still good, especially for summer months. You know, a low proof Benchmark, but no. But then that's why you try and do things blind, so that you don't have those biases that you may have from one whiskey to the other. And then in that competition I did last week with Buffalo Trace, Mash Bill #1, Eagle Rare 1 out. I mean, which still was a surprise, but now if the Benchmark could have won, I'd have been concerned. But but no, this is spectacular. I highly recommend for the 4th of July, celebrate with a bottle of Eagle Rare. And I know it can be somewhat hard to find, but if you're a decent bourbon quester, I mean, you should have them. You should at least have one, if not one open and one in the bunker. I have, well, if you go watch the video, I normally try and limit on any one bottle that I have to about 5, give or take. But and I already had 5 Eagle Rares, but I did go buy another one just simply because if you go and watch the video, I just picked up where they changed the front to where like this one that I already had open says, you know, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. The newest release of this doesn't have that, and has the 10-year age statement on the front, which is the only reason I bought it. If it hadn't had that, I wouldn't have bought it, because like I said, I already had 5, and now I guess I have 6. I have this one open and then 5 now in the bunker. And I don't think that includes a 1.75 store pick, because that's the only one I have for the 1.75. So you can see, we all, you know, have our standards, our rules, but then, you know, I only have one bottle of the 1.75. It's the only one I've ever been able to acquire, so never been opened. I've probably had it for at least a year, probably more like a year and a half. And I'm reluctant to open it until I can get, and I may never ever get another 1.75 because I think those, and that was a store pick. So, which I get it, you know, they are somewhat hard to find. So most stores, if they get a pick of Eagle Rare, are not going to do a portion of them in 1.75s because they can get more bang for their buck and be able to accommodate more customers. So if you, even if you did like an Eagle Rare pick and wanted 20 1.75s, and that obviously cuts down on the 750s where you could do just the whole barrel at 750s and be able to accommodate more customers. So I get it. That 175 is freaking awesome though. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. We're right on time. I can't see. So one thing, I mean, I've been blessed with a lot of good things as I've gotten older. Still have my hair, decent looks, I think. You know, whatever, no health or weight issues. The one thing that started to go was the old eyeballs within the last 3 or 4 years. But anyways, Eagle Rare, cheers, Bourbon Quest. Can't go wrong with this. Celebrate America. Celebrate our national bird, the eagle, with some Eagle Rare and Independence Day. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Man, that's so good. Man, to have another little pour of that. Well, I'll wait. I may wait till tomorrow on the 4th to have another pour of that. Anyways, that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Hope you enjoy your, especially if you have the day off, enjoy the 4th of July. Like I said, I'll be working. Hit that like button. That helps the YouTube algorithms to send it out to more people. Thank you to all your subscribers. If you haven't done so, go ahead and hit that subscribe button up there. It really helps out the channel a great deal as we try and grow subscriptions. It doesn't cost you anything. And then do yourself a favor, just ring the little bell up there by the subscribe button, and that way you're notified each and every time that I put out new video here on Bourbon Quest, which is quite often. We put out a ton of content here. Feel free to leave a comment. Let me know if you've had either the Smoke Wagon, especially this red, white, and blue, or any Smoke Wagon. I love Smoke Wagon. This one was probably one of my least favorites that I've had, unfortunately, but it's still not bad. I mean, and for 34 bucks, like I said, especially if you like that rye and mint mash bill, I would recommend it. If that's not your typical profile, which is my case, like if I hadn't already, I mean, I purchased those stuff for the channel, to do stuff for the channel, and to give y'all insight, recommendations, yeah, would I buy that again? No. Now, like I said, I've had a good experience with their stuff in the past, so now come Halloween, if they put out another Halloween bottle or something this year, yeah, I'll buy it, especially if it's still around that $34 price range, because like I said, the last 2 bottles that I got of it that were, you know, that I bought because of the bottle were the Halloween and the Christmas, and I love both of those. So this one, yeah, I would say in my case it's a pass, but if you like that mint and that rye, it's a buy. This is a no-brainer. I mean, obviously it's allocated, so not only is it good, but also because it's allocated, people want what they typically can't have. And so, but no, this is a great bottle. And like I said, if you're a decent Bourbon Quester, you should have one of these. If you don't have one of these, then you need to start working on visiting more stores, developing more relationships, and you should, and if you do that, you should be able to acquire one on a semi-regular basis. Like I said, the only reason I bought the last one was because they had the 10-year age statement. Otherwise, I would have passed on it because I already had plenty. I know I can typically get it, you know, within a 2 to 3 month time period. Now, if you go watch the video where I did Buffalo Trace Mash Bill #1, drink through with all 5. Now Stag Junior's a different story. I mean, I think I've had 3 so far. One's in the graveyard, one's on its last leg, and then I have one in the bunker. But between the one that I have open and the one I have in the bunker, that's probably like 15 months apart. So anytime I get a chance to get a Stag Junior, I'm gonna do it all day, every day, and which most places are gonna limit it to 1. But if they didn't, I'd buy, you know, if they'd allow me to buy 5 at one time, I'd buy 5 at one time, because I know that's not easily as accessible, at least for me. Whereas like the Eagle Rare, if I'm hunting and doing what I do, if I can't get one every month, I know I can get one every 2 to 3 months. So, and I don't drink it that fast because I have 625 bottles in my collection. So there's, you know, and I do things for the channel, which is, I know, different from your average consumer. If you know, you might be a person that just wants to pick out your 10 favorites and just have those 10 favorites, and that's fine, that's fantastic. Or maybe you want to have you know, 8 favorites and then 2 limited releases a year. That's fine, you know, to each their own. But you know, myself, I tried to, and I may not do this as much as everybody, but like, you know, for the channel and whatever, I try to expose myself to as much as possible within reason, because there's no way I can review and try and have and own and buy everything out there. And one of the things, at least over the last 6-9 months, that I've done either privately or on the channel with blind tastings, is to start limiting stuff down, like you know, doing like your normal Jim Beam, and their, you know, whether it be Devil's Cut, Bonded, single barrel, and then limiting, you know, those 5 or 6 expressions down to maybe 2 or 3, because there's no reason, after I've already had them, especially if I, you know, like 2 or 3 better than the other 2 or 3, let's make sure that we always have the 2 or 3 that I like, and the other 2 or 3 that, although may still be good, are not my preference. I'm not going to buy them again. So I've been trying to do that, to, you know, whether it be, you know, Heaven Hill between Pure Kentucky and Kentucky Vintage, did them blind. Okay, I'll keep this one, I'll eliminate that one, to try and, you know, narrow what I have on my shelf and available down. So I think that's fine too. Anyways, that's a little bit of rambling. We should go ahead and wrap this up. Happy 4th of July. Go have some Eagle Rare. And happy Independence Day. And cheers, America. And cheers, Bourbon Quest. Love you guys. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't done so, go ahead and do it. Doesn't cost a thing. Helps the channel. Love you, Bourbon Quest. We'll do another, let's see, double. I'll probably do at least 2 more videos this week. So if you got any comments, suggestions, whatever, let me know. And happy 4th of July, Independence Day. Haha. America. Oh, that's good. That's a wrap, yo. And as I always say, My wish for you is that all your Bourbon Quest dreams come true. Ha ha! Happy 4th of July, bro! Oh, man, that Eagle Rare is good. That's a wrap.